Welcome to MyBagTV. We got a great guest for you today, and we got Karina J. How you doing?
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Yeah. So how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm honored to be here, and I'm glad y'all having me.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
All right. For those that don't know you or meeting you for the first time, tell the viewers who you are and what do you do.
I am Karina J. I'm a female artist from Columbia, South Carolina. I do a plethora of things, but music is one of my passions I'm pursuing right now. I sing and I rap and I do poetry as far as music wise.
So Karina J is your real name.
That is actually my real name. A lot of people think it's an alias, but that's my real name.
So why did you go with that name than another name?
Wow, that's a pretty good question. I don't know. It was something about I never met anybody with my name before. So I was like, well, I don't really know a lot of, Karina. So I guess I'm just going to keep my actual name. And my middle name is Jeteria. I don't tell everybody that, but that's where the J comes from.
So what was the process, like the idea process for creating your name? Like what other names did you consider on creating like your artist name?
I do have another name that I go by. It's actually Big Fever. My last album, I named it after that because I kind of want to start going by it more since I'm, maturing in my career and I have two different styles of music. So I want to kind of make Big Fever like the rap part of me and Karina J, the more melodic side. So.
Okay, take us back. So where are you from originally?
Columbia, South Carolina, born and raised.
What is like growing up there though?
I love my city. It's a pretty tough city though. Everybody know everybody, just like any other small town, city. But I love it. I love it. I love the food. I love the weather. I feel like we got the best weather in the world. I've thought about relocating other places, but I don't want to have to deal with no hurricanes, too much snow. And I feel like that southern weather is it's perfect.
So how did you get into writing and making music coming from like South Carolina?
Honestly, I've been doing music all of my life, like childhood. I was on festival choir in elementary school. I was on choir at church, and I did poetry a lot in school growing up. And at the age of 6, I recited Maya Angelou's "Still I Rise," top to bottom, no paper. And the way the crowd reacted to me, I remember that feeling at 6. I was like, I like this. So I kept writing poetry and doing different talent shows. And the more I seen people reaction to me, it made me fall in love with it. So that's what made me kind of like, all right, let me actually take this to the studio or something. Like, let me take it serious. So I just kept writing my poetry and then singing it. And that's how I developed the skill of writing songs.
So when did you find out that like that was more than just a hobby with you? Like
8th grade talent show at Sanders. Shout out to my middle school, WG Sanders. We had a song, a dance, and a poetry competition. And I won all 3 categories. And I was like, yeah, like this not no game no more. Like I really do this for real. So I had the crowd clap after I won my dance performance competition. So I was like, y'all clap for me. I'm gonna sing my poem. And everybody just clapped. And then I sung what I wrote. And everybody reacted. That way they reacted, it was like, yeah, this for me. I'm supposed to do this.
so take us back to that first time you got in the studio when you wrote your first like music thing and then you had to go to the studio for the first time. How was that? Was you nervous? Was it
So my first actual studio session wasn't even a professional studio session. Shout out to Uncle Sam who make my beats, Lil Risk, which is Kawan, and 803 Nail. Those are all 3 artists from Columbia, South Carolina, who I originally started doing music with. We were at Kawan's mom's house, and she had like a dryer room in the back, and Uncle Sam and him used to make songs and beats and everything back then. And I was just over there, just teenager playing, chilling with my friends. And I heard them make a song. They was like, Karina, you and they do a girl version. So I went in there on the dryer with the microphone while the computer's sitting on the washing machine, and we remixed it. And that was my first time actually like in the studio. So once I heard myself be recorded and seeing like, how they came out, I fell in love with it. So then my actual first real studio session, I can honestly say I can't even remember because I've always been at home studios. Like I don't think I got a first time experience for real of walking into like a actual production, if that makes sense, until like later on in my career.
so when was the first time you felt that people was really feeling the way you like, oh, she can rap or she can do this? Like when was that first time, or when the first time you felt that?
Like I said, just every time I get on the stage since I've been younger, just watching the crowd control. That's kind of what made me feel it. Like every time I touch a stage, whether it's 2 people or 200 or 2,000, just the way people react and respond to me, that kind of let me know, like, yeah, people, they really feel what I'm saying, or, it touches them. And also, when my friend daughter passed, I made a song just off the kindness of my heart. And the way that she reacted to it and the world gravitated to the song, it was like, okay, yeah, this is really a gift. Like people actually feel what I say. Like my voice
Is
is
that song
powerful.
out?
Yes, it's called Gang About You.
All right.
Long live Pootie. My friend Nikiria, daughter passed when she was 3 in a car accident. And I made that song for her. It was just for her. But she was like, yeah, I don't care if you drop it or release it. Like it was different. So when I put that out there and I seen how everybody would like cry to it and have it on repeat, I was like, yeah, my voice is more than just, you know what I'm saying? For entertainment, like it soothes people as well.
So are you an independent artist?
Yes, I am independent.
So what's that independent grind like? Like what it taught you?
Whew, a lot. So I'm gonna keep that short. But it's a struggle. Any artist out there, the advice I could give is to never like give up. And how you carry yourself is how they'll treat you. So, like, even though I'm independent, I treat myself as like I'm a label. I carry myself that way so I can, be respected. And it's already hard being a female without having that big machine behind you. So, you might have an artist over here that may not even be as talented as you, but they're way bigger than you. They have way more emotion going on in you because they have a machine behind them versus you. Anything you got to make happen, you got to rely on your team and the people that really support you from day one and help you get there. Like nobody can do it by themselves. So as an independent artist, just make sure you build those relationships and, always treat people with kindness, treat the boss and the janitor with the same respect because you never know when you're going to need them. Because that's literally what the business is about, like relationships.
So you speak on obstacles of being an independent artist. So what are obstacles coming from the city that you come from that you think if you was somewhere else, it would be?
I feel like, and this may be for any city, but I know in my city particular, people here think they know you too much. And when people think they know you, they don't value you. Even though they don't know you, it's just, oh, she from here. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing special. It's nothing that pops out. So I feel like being independent, you have to deal with that. But if I go sign to a label right now, everybody's going to act like, oh, we got to get her here. We got to book her there because I'm getting praise from someone they respect, or they think that's motion when they don't even realize grinding by yourself to accomplish some of the same goals other people did with help, that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like in my city, you get overlooked a lot just because you're from here, and they'll go spend money with other artists that's on the same level as you, coming up as you. They'll put money in their pocket, but not invest in their own. And I feel like that's why we behind as well when it comes to artists from South Carolina. Like South Carolina don't really support South Carolina the way it should, but things are starting to change. But just from my experience, I deal with that a lot. Like I'll get booked and paid somewhere else quick than I would here. And I'm from here.
I know you spoke on like giving other artists advice on like believing in yourself, but what other advice would you give like up and coming young artists?
The worst that they can say is no. Literally. Don't ever feel like it's something you can't accomplish or it's a door you can't get in. If it's a room you can't get in, like I feel like if you believe in God, I'm not sure what other people, preference is, but I serve a very powerful God, and anytime I pray and lean on him, he make things happen. So don't ever get discouraged by the no's, because that's the worst they can say is no. And that doesn't mean that goal you have set in your career won't get accomplished. Just keep going, have faith in yourself, and love what you're doing. Because the second that you lose the love for it, it start to feel like a job. And you don't want it to feel like that. You want it to feel fulfilling, if that makes sense. So that's pretty much what I got to say.
Okay, let's get into it. So Big Fever, why did you name it that? Where did that name come from?
You asked me earlier as far as like why I don't have an alias. That is my alias. Like that's my other artist name, Big Fever. So it came from actually I'm not sure if y'all familiar with Women Run the World Cypher. That is a cypher that I was hosting with females from South Carolina to shed light on us. And in one of my verses, I said, all I spit is hot. Might as well call me the Big Fever. And my fans gravitated to that and actually started calling me that. And I was like, dang, I always want to call myself this, but I just ain't never I feel like I was just out too long to just pop up with another name. So I was like, well, I'm just going to drop an album. I'm going to name it Big Fever because I'm kind of rebranding myself and stepping, into a different lane in my music right now. Elevating a little different. So I'm just going to pop out with Big Fever. So I'm going to drop the album, name it that. And then my plan was to, when I make more rap music, to actually put that as the name instead of saying Karina J. So that's where the Big Fever name came from. Just a reference I made about myself that my fans gravitated to.
So, how was the process creating this album?
It was one of the most beautiful experiences I've had with all of my music. Big Fever was different. I was in a way better headspace. I was happier, and I told myself that was probably going to be like my last pain album. Like I wasn't going to keep talking about all the bad stuff I've been through and everything. So it was kind of like a release for me. And I feel like I got a lot out on that album.
So what's one of your favorites, some of your favorite songs from that album?
My personal favorite is Keep It Low Key, number 1. I feel like it's very relative to a lot of women and men who have been in situations where they've poured a lot of themselves into something and didn't kind of really get what they deserve back. And, I had to pop my SHIT. So that's why I like that one the most.
All right. So South Carolina has produced artists and the likes of Young Jeezy, Angie Sloan, and Little Rudis, to name some names.
Yes.
How do you see yourself fitting in that legacy?
Ooh, those some heavy hitters you name. Honestly, I feel like as far as rap wise, how can I say this? I fit for my generation, if that makes sense. Angie Stone is one of the most phenomenal songwriters that has ever lived. And I feel like I fit in that lane as far as my pen. So I'm a very, very strong songwriter, a very good songwriter. So I feel like that's kind of where I fit in with them. So, yeah, pretty much.
All right. So do you feel South and North Carolina artists get the respect they deserve in the national?
Of course not. Of course we don't. People come, they like our slang, they like how we talk, they like our flow, they adapt to it, and they take off with it, and they blow up. like everybody love the South. A lot of stuff that come from here, people think other people originated it, but it's really from here. But like I said, in the South, we don't support each other as much as other people support each other. So I think that's kind of where the hindrance come from. I don't think we get our flowers enough because we don't give them to each other enough. And I feel like we poured into each other, North and South Carolina, and uplifted each other like we do outside artists, that we could start getting our flowers. But things are changing now, thanks to a couple artists that's kind of breaking those barriers down, bringing more eyes to the city. So I feel like in about 10 years, we might be doing a whole lot better. Like we might start getting our accolades the way we deserve.
So what you think need to change to bring it about? And do you think you bring about that change that's coming?
Yep, and basically what I just said, like us pouring into each other, showing love to each other, uplifting each other, putting each other in positions to win, not competing with each other. It's enough stars in the sky. Like, just be one of them. You ain't gotta try to outshine the next person. So I feel like I do bring that. When I did my ciphers, the Women Run the World ciphers, that brought eyes to so many female artists people did not know existed, in Colombia.
So who are some artists that you looked up to coming up, like in music?
As a child, or like kind of like recently?
Recently and a child.
Well, I know growing up, I have my parents got old souls. They not old, but they got old souls. So I listen to a lot of older music. Luther Vandross, Anita Baker. My mama loved Lil' Kim, the Brat, a lot of gospel. Queen Latifah, MC Lyte, Mia X. I love Nicki Minaj. I love Trina, I love all styles of artists. I really can't even name. I'll be naming everybody. Like I love all music. So
All right. Do you
Jill
think it's
Scott, Erykah Badu. Sorry,
all right?
them
No,
two.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just thinking.
Do you think it's a responsibility you coming at like one of the artists, forefront artists coming out of here to break through is a responsibility to you as in your city?
Yes, I do.
What is that
I shouldn't
responsibility?
feel like that, but I do. I feel like a lot of times a lot of people make it out of here and they don't really drop that ladder back down to help everybody else come back up. Of course you can't save everybody, but I just feel like God will elevate you more when you look out for people, you know? So I feel like it's my responsibility not to make sure everybody make it, but any way I can help an artist, I feel like I know I would. Like if I was to get out of here and somebody I know been working just as hard as me since day one, like come on, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to put them in positions to win. So yeah, and I also feel like I want to be that first person to set the example that you can be successful independently. Like you don't gotta always sign over everything to make it. Like success is what you deem it as, not what the next person view it as.
So, do you feel it's challenges for women in the field that you are in, and how do you go about maneuvering them challenges, and what would you say to a younger artist how to maneuver them challenges?
I do feel like women face a lot of challenges in my career. Um, we are respected way more when we have a male presence, honestly. So, no matter how talented you are, how smart you are, it's just you're respected more when you have a male presence and they take you more serious. It sucks that it's like that, but it's been that way for years. So, we face a lot of challenges. We face stereotypes. You know, like an artist can paint a picture, right? They can paint a picture of the ocean all the time, all the time. Oh, he paint beautiful oceans. He paint a bird one time. It's like, oh, y'all seen that bird he painted? But a musician, I can make the same type of music all the time, and it's like they're gonna make that my personality. So the second I switch up, oh, like now she making such and such. I thought she only made this type of music. So I feel like with women, whatever we say is projected onto us. We can't just create art. But a painter can paint whatever picture they want, and that doesn't make them what they're painting. But as a female artist, whatever we say, people make that us, if that makes sense. And I feel like that's a very, very hard challenge. Because some of us just do this because we're good at it, you know? Everything we say is not everything that's going on, but I'm here to entertain. They don't look at it all the time as entertainment as far as women, if that makes sense. And I feel like that's a very, very big struggle that us as female artists have to deal with. Like, once you put something out there and you say something, you have to have your chin up and your chest out and be able to take whatever type of backlash you get from it, even though you're just creating. So, pretty much,
All right. Do you consider yourself a lyricist?
I do.
All right. So, how do you balance being a lyricist in this game and keeping your feminine side balanced?
Honestly, I don't balance. It's like either they like it or they don't. You know what I'm saying? I carry myself as far as my image feminine because I know I rap pretty aggressive. So I try to find, I guess that's the balance. But at the same time, I really just be being myself. It's like I balance by focusing on my consumers who do like it, if that makes sense. So I don't have to change like how I am in my delivery.
All right. So I want to ask you a question since it's local to you in your city. So how do you feel about the verdict of the
Cyrus and Rick
Yeah,
Chow.
Rick Chow's
Um,
verdict.
I'm angry. I'm hurt. Um, I wish I could do something. You know what I'm saying? It was a sad time when it happened 3 years ago, and even sadder now, the fact that a grown man gets to get away free for killing a young black boy in the back. And people keep saying young man, that was a child. I have little cousins. I have family, nephews that are the same age as him. And I just don't feel like that was fair. I feel like America failed us, you know, and I pray to God that something else happens for there to be a retrial because I don't feel like he should, well, I don't, it's not that I feel, I know he shouldn't have gotten away with that with no type of penalty. So yeah, I'm always praying for his mom, Miss Coley, and his dad, and my city, because a lot of people were affected. But we tried to do something positive. I made sure I got out there, got a lot of people registered to vote, been putting that in their ear. So, we can like start making the changes, because if we don't got enough of us in office, this is going to always happen. If it's not enough of us in the courtrooms, we can't win. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like the system is always failing our Black men, and it did it again this time, except it was one of our kids.
Do you think it's going to be a change of atmosphere after this verdict, like in the city?
It already has been. Like I said, a lot of young guys got out there to vote. We shifted the narrative to something positive this time. So instead of everybody, burning a store down or tearing a store up like we should have, we voted. We got a Black governor right now, possibly, if we get him in there in November. But right now he won the elector. So I'm excited about that. And I feel like Cyrus played a major role in that. Rick Chow's verdict played a major role in a lot of our young Black women and men getting out there going to vote, because they see how serious it is now. Sometimes people they'll hear something, but when you experience it, it affects you a lot different. And I think them watching and everybody having to see this man get away with murder was like a knife in the back that made everybody just jump up and go do what they were supposed to do. So.
All right, to switch some gears now, So what is a goal you are chasing that most people don't know about? Like,
as far as music or just period in life?
Anything in life, like where you like, is this a stepping stone to somewhere else?
Yes, it is. I have a lot of different things that I am wanting to pursue. For one, I've been heavily thinking about going back to school to become a surgical tech. I've been working in the medical field since I've been young. I was a CNA. I did a lot of CNA work. I helped take care of my grandmother growing up. So even though I'm doing the music, just part of me wants to get back in the medical field. So that's something I've been kind of pondering on. So I'm surprised. Y'all see me back in Shrubs. That's kind of what I'm thinking about doing. But just got to wait on the right time and that moment and try to balance that with parenthood, with motherhood.
So where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
5 years from now, I see myself very successful. I see myself being happy. I feel like I'll have a couple of my goals that I have set all out the way. Like, I would think I'm going to exceed above what my expectations are for myself. I feel like my music career will be a lot more successful, and that I will be accumulating the money that I've been manifesting, if that makes sense, because I have a set goal I want in the next 5 years with my music. As far as my shows and everything, I feel like I'm gonna most definitely reach that.
Is it an artist that you haven't worked with yet that you want to work with?
Yes,
and who is that artist?
Megan Thee Stallion.
All right,
I love her.
Yeah, I think that flow nice.
Little Kim, love her. I actually just met Little Kim on FaceTime not too long ago, and I'm going to keep manifesting that feature as well. Yeah.
So what do success look like to you at the end of the day?
Success to me is waking up every day feeling fulfilled and happy, not having to worry about how much something costs, because you've put yourself in a position to be able to get whatever you want in life. My family being happy and healthy, and me doing something that I love and being successful from it. That's what success means to me.
All right. So to wrap this up, tell our audience where to find you, where to find your music, where they can get you if they need a feature.
Okay. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Karina J. I am a female artist from Columbia, South Carolina. On Instagram, my name is _Karina J, KARINAJ. And that's the same thing on TikTok. Facebook, Karina J, the artist. If you're looking to work with me or anything, hit up my management. His name is Worldwide Cubano on Instagram and Cubano on Facebook. Isn't it Cubano on Facebook? Mm-hmm. Okay, his number is 803-445-5201. And I'm open to work with anybody. Make sure y'all go check my music out on Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio. It's everywhere. Just tap in. And
we want to thank you for coming by. And we just want to show our appreciation. Thank you.
Of course. Thank y'all for having me. I enjoyed the interview. It was dope.
Thank you.